Namaskar, Devion, Arsajano, welcome. Today we embark on a remarkable journey through time and tradition, tracing the roots of a faith that has endured for millennia. Today we journey back thousands of years to explore the origins of Judaism, one of the world's oldest and most influential monotheistic religions. Born in the cradle of the ancient Middle East, Judaism's story is woven into the very fabric of human civilization. Judaism has shaped history, culture, and the moral fabric of societies across the globe. Its teachings have inspired countless generations, leaving a profound mark on art, law, and philosophy. It's not just ancient tales, but a living tradition that inspires millions. From the lighting of Shabbat candles to the joyous celebrations of Passover and Hanukkah, Jewish customs continue to bring families and communities together in meaningful ways. Judaism introduced the revolutionary idea of a single, all-powerful God, a concept that would later influence Christianity and Islam. This belief in one God and the ethical teachings that flow from it have shaped the spiritual landscape of humanity. The story of Judaism is one of a people, a covenant, and a promise, a narrative of epic journeys, divine revelations, and the enduring struggle for identity. From the deserts of ancient Canaan to the bustling cities of today, the Jewish people have carried their faith through triumph and adversity. The Jewish people see themselves as participants in a continuous dialogue with God, a sacred inheritance passed down through generations. Each new generation adds its own voice to this ongoing story, keeping the tradition alive and vibrant. As we begin, approach this subject with curiosity and respect, ready to learn from a rich heritage. The lessons of Judaism are not just for the past. They offer wisdom and guidance for our world today. Let's take our first step back in time to where it all began. Join me as we uncover the ancient tapestry of faith that continues to inspire and unite people across the globe. Our story begins nearly 4,000 years ago in the bustling city of Ur, a center of culture and commerce in ancient Mesopotamia. This was a land of grand temples, vibrant markets, and a people deeply rooted in their traditions. Here, Abraham lived among idol worshippers, surrounded by a society that believed in many gods, each with their own rituals and ceremonies. The air was thick with incense and the sounds of prayers to stone and clay figures. Yet Abraham was different. He questioned the beliefs of his people and pondered the mysteries of existence. One night, as he gazed at the endless sky, he realized there was only one invisible, all-powerful creator, a radical idea for his time, and one that set him apart from everyone around him. According to tradition, God spoke to Abraham, reaching out to him in a moment of solitude. God commanded him to leave his home, his family, and everything familiar, and to journey to a new, unknown land. This call was both a test and an invitation. In return for his faith and obedience, God promised to make Abraham the father of a great nation. This sacred covenant, a binding agreement between Abraham and God, is the cornerstone of Judaism and would forever change the course of history. Despite being childless and advanced in age, Abraham did not hesitate. Alongside his wife Sarah, he packed up his life and set out for the land of Canaan, guided by faith alone and the promise of a future he could not yet see. This journey, known as Lech Lecha, was more than just a physical trek across deserts and mountains. It symbolized a profound spiritual transformation, a leap into the unknown, trusting in a vision that would shape generations. The covenant required Abraham and his descendants to be devoted solely to this one God, rejecting all other deities and establishing a unique, everlasting relationship. This devotion would become the defining trait of his lineage. Abraham is revered as the first patriarch, the founding father of the Jewish people, whose faith and courage laid the foundation for a new way of life. His story is a timeless lesson in faith, obedience, and the revolutionary idea of monotheism, a belief that would inspire countless generations and shape the spiritual landscape of the world. This covenant, forged in trust and hope, would shape the destiny of his descendants for generations, echoing through history as a testament to the enduring power of faith. Centuries after Abraham, his descendants, the Israelites, found themselves enslaved in Egypt. Oppressed for generations, their cries for freedom echoed through the land. In this time of suffering, a Hebrew baby, Moses, was saved from Pharaoh's decree and raised in the Egyptian court. As an adult, Moses fled Egypt after defending his people, living as a shepherd in Midian. In the wilderness, Moses encountered God in a burning bush, a call to liberate his people. God commanded Moses to return to Egypt and lead the Israelites out of bondage. Moses, once a fugitive, became the chosen liberator of his people. This marked the beginning of a dramatic journey from slavery to freedom. The Exodus would become the defining story of Jewish identity. Moses' leadership and faith would forever change the course of history. The stage was set for a nation's birth. Moses returned to Egypt, demanding freedom for his people. After a series of devastating plagues, Pharaoh finally let the Israelites go. Pursued by the Egyptian army, Moses parted the Red Sea, leading his people to safety, a miracle remembered every Passover. 3 months later, at Mount Sinai, the Israelites received the Ten Commandments, laws that would shape not only Judaism, but much of Western civilization. These commandments formalized the covenant, providing a moral and ethical foundation for the new nation. The giving of the law at Sinai remains a central moment in Jewish memory. The journey from slavery to nationhood was complete, but the story of faith and law was just beginning. The Ten Commandments endure as a universal symbol of justice and morality. The Ten Commandments were just the start. They represent only a small part of a much larger and deeper tradition that has shaped Jewish life for thousands of years. According to tradition, Moses received a vast body of laws and teachings from God at Mount Sinai, forming what is known as the Torah, the most sacred and central text in Judaism. The Torah is not just a book of rules, but a guide for living a meaningful and ethical life. The word Torah means teaching or instruction. It is the foundation of Jewish faith, identity, and daily practice, shaping the way Jewish people understand their relationship with God, with each other, and with the world. The Torah comprises the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible: Genesis, Exodus, and Leviticus, followed by Numbers and Deuteronomy. Each book contains unique stories, laws, and teachings that have been studied and cherished for generations. These books tell the story of creation, the lives of the patriarchs and matriarchs, the experience of slavery in Egypt, the miraculous liberation, and the journey toward the Promised Land. They also lay out the laws and values that guide Jewish life, from rituals to ethics. The Torah is considered by many to be the literal word of God, revealed to Moses and passed down through the generations. It is studied, discussed, and revered in every Jewish community, from the youngest children to the most learned scholars. Torah scrolls are painstakingly handwritten by skilled scribes, using traditional methods and materials. These scrolls are treated with the utmost respect, carried with ceremony, and read aloud in synagogues during worship services. Jewish tradition also includes the oral Torah, interpretations, explanations, and teachings that were originally passed down by word of mouth and later recorded in the Mishnah and Talmud. These texts help explain and expand upon the written Torah, making its teachings relevant for every generation. The study of Torah, both written and oral, is a lifelong pursuit and a central religious duty. It is seen as a way to connect with God, to grow in wisdom, and to strengthen the bonds of community. Through the Torah, each generation is linked to the revelation at Sinai and to the ongoing story of the Jewish people, a story of faith, resilience, and a search for meaning that continues to inspire today. At Judaism's core is the belief in one indivisible God, the essence of monotheism. The Shema prayer declares, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one." God is eternal, incorporeal, and actively involved in the world. The covenant with Abraham and the nation at Sinai established a unique relationship, chosen not for privilege, but for responsibility. This responsibility is expressed through halakha, a comprehensive system of divine laws. The Torah contains 613 commandments, guiding every aspect of life, ritual, ethics, and daily conduct. These mitzvot are seen as divine gifts, a framework for living a meaningful and just life. Laws cover everything from dietary rules to social justice, prayer, and life cycle events. While observance varies, the idea of a life guided by divine law unites Jews across traditions. Judaism transforms the ordinary into the sacred, infusing daily life with spiritual purpose. The Jewish calendar is a cycle of remembrance and celebration, connecting Jews to their history and faith. Shabbat, the weekly Sabbath, is a time for rest, family, and spiritual renewal. Major festivals include Passover, celebrating the Exodus, Shavuot, the giving of the Torah, and Sukkot, recalling the desert wanderings. Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur mark the Jewish New Year and the Day of Atonement, a period of reflection and forgiveness. Hanukkah, the Festival of Lights, commemorates the rededication of the temple and the miracle of the oil. Each festival has unique rituals, foods, and prayers, weaving ancient stories into modern life. These holidays provide structure, identity, and a sense of belonging. Through them, the lessons and values of Judaism are passed from generation to generation. Symbols are a powerful language in Judaism, connecting past and present. The Star of David, or Magen David, is the most recognized symbol of Jewish identity, representing unity and heritage. It appears on synagogues, gravestones, and the flag of Israel. The menorah, a 7-branched candelabrum, has ancient biblical roots and symbolizes the divine light and wisdom of God. The Hanukkah, used during Hanukkah, commemorates the miracle of the oil and the victory of light over darkness. These symbols are not objects of worship, but reminders of faith, resilience, and hope. They unite Jews worldwide, serving as visual touchstones of shared history and belief. Through these symbols, the enduring spirit of Judaism shines across generations. Our journey ends, but the story of Judaism continues. From Abraham's belief in one God to Moses' leadership and the giving of the Torah, Judaism's legacy is one of faith, law, and resilience. Its core beliefs and traditions have shaped not only a people, but the ethical foundations of the world. Festivals and symbols keep the heritage alive, connecting past and present. Judaism's contributions to justice, compassion, and the search for meaning are immeasurable. This living tradition still has much to teach about perseverance and hope. Thank you for joining me. Shubratri.